one I sharpened up. And another cold steel video for you. This one's going to be my review on my cold steel kukris. I've done a couple videos where I did some cutting with this one here. Cut up pumpkin with it. You know, both of these blades I've had for quite some time. One of them, you know, it was passed down from my dad. That'd be this one here. The other one technically passed down as well. It was part of what was left from our business venture. But yeah, this one's been used a little bit. Cold steel Kukri machete, made in South Africa. I know these things have been reviewed 1,000,001 times, but I'll do a couple of measurements and stuff just to kind of give you an idea. It's hard to tell how big they are on screen, so got a tape measure this time because it's bigger than my square. So the actual blade, you're looking at almost a foot. It's 11 3/4 of the edge. If you follow the curve, obviously, you get a little bit more. Overall length, just about 18 inches on this guy. The handle is over molded craton. It's kind of a rubbery, plasticky grip that cold steel uses. I like it. I like the way your hand fits in there. It's not oversized. It's not too crazy. The grip, fingers kind of lock in all the way down. I did go ahead and throw some paracord on there so you can kind of hang on to it when you're getting real crazy with some stuff. Yeah. So that's that guy. Now I have sharpened this one up. We've chopped down branches with it. Obviously, I chopped up that pumpkin. It's taken a little bit of abuse. The blade over time, you know, some of that paint, that black paint will kind of wear off, which is okay. I did give it sort of a convex edge. I sharpened most of it with by hand with some sandpaper on a pad. I don't know if I've shown that before or not, but so it does have a nice gradual edge to it instead of just the very tip. It's sharp all the way around. The other kukri that I have, this one is basically out of the box. Had it for quite some time but never been used. So this one is the factory edge, which it really wasn't that great. It did come with a little touch-up paint on it, which looks like a marker. And this one is the cold steel Magnum Kukri machete, made in South Africa. Size comparison, it's a little bit bigger. I'd definitely call it a Magnum. Let's see what we got for blade length. About 15 inches. Overall length, 22 inches. Now, one of the biggest differences in these would be the belly. This one you're looking at 2.5. The standard kukri is about 3, 2 3/4. So it makes a considerable difference when you're chopping down branches or even trimming weeds. This one, even though it's a bit larger, it feels lighter, but it's because of the way the blade weight's distributed. Same grip, same overmolded craton handle. Or, well, I guess they don't call it craton, they call it something else, but so really nice setup overall. Look at the blade here. It does that gradual edge as well, but it's not quite as curved as a convex. It's still a concave edge, but not very sharp. And I can kind of demonstrate that a little bit here with some rubber hose, because I love to cut me some rubber hose. So with the rubber hose, first we'll take the dull one, or the standard, I guess. Let's give her a little chop without cutting my fingers off here. So, doesn't cut it. One eye sharpened up. Makes a big difference. So, that was kind of fun. Try this guy again, just so for good measure. I'll give her a good whack this time. It just barely cuts it. So the factory edge isn't as great, obviously. These are made in South Africa. It's made by Cold Steel, up to their standards, but this is the more inexpensive version, so they don't usually come premium. I mean, the paint job wasn't that great. The right there you can see that's actually the metal rolled over, and now this is the first time I've really pulled it out, so you can kind of see that it's kind of nasty, but with about 15 minutes of sharpening you can make this thing razor sharp. A little roll right there as well, and then it does have some imperfections, but like I said, this one it came just as in the same condition, I guess. But once you actually go to use it, if you touch it up on a little sander, if you want to use a sander or like little onion, or if you want to hit it with however you sharpen a puck. I think a lot of guys will sharpen like their hatchets and axes with a puck. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I suppose I could cut some more stuff. We'll do some lighter cutting so we don't freak the dog out. Got a little cardboard here. So I need to do a little touch up down there, but up top she's pretty sharp. Give this guy a shot. Oh yeah. Well, we got through. We call that the saw. So yeah, not real sharp out of the box, but that's okay. It can be. And like I said, this one's done really well for me. We did do some clearing out some bushes. I've got a couple of videos on that. If you look back in some of my videos, you can see where I utilized it to cut some branches out, and I also used my machete, the Tactical Machete, which looks like a samurai sword. You see how much sharper that one is than the other one. You could just easily slice through these. Get my hands out of the way. So, pretty cool. 1055 carbon steel. Cheaper of the carbon steels. I think I did one last night with my Tops Karambit. This uses that utilizes the 1095 high carbon, which I really enjoy. I really enjoy the high carbon steels, but you do have to be careful with them. You have to make sure that if you get them wet, you clean them off right away, because otherwise they will start to rust. A little size comparison here. Got my pocket kukri, also known as the Cold Steel Spartan. Putting that right up next to that guy gives you an idea if you own one of them, which I would assume most people that are cold steel lovers do. Gives you an idea, just the the overall size of the machete, the Kukri machete, but the Spartan itself is it's no joke. Give a little size comparison there. As far as the sheaths are concerned, I like these, and normally I don't go with a nylon sheath because the nylon sheaths, tend to be cheap and ineffective. I've got some knives that have the crappy belt loops, but these are actually sewed on pretty well. It's stitched all the way through here, multiple directions. Nice thick webbing. Once you get in here, you can see it's stitched. keep it from fraying and all that. It's got nice snaps. The snaps work really, really well, actually. They pop easy, they go on easy. And then it's got this nice little plastic guard in case you do go in sideways, you don't tear through. So sheaths are really good on these. I actually prefer these. This is the first knife, or kukri, I guess, any kind of bladed object, whatever, that I have that I don't mind the nylon. So it's not that it's only a utility knife, and it's not that it's only a tactical or defensive knife. It can be used for just about anything you need it for. You need to trim some hedges, you need to trim some hedges. There you go. You want to clear out a whole bunch of zombies, boom, there you go. I mean, I think that's kind of case in point of why these things are so popular across the world. Yeah. So that's pretty much all I've got for today. I just wanted to kind of show off a little bit and also do a little longer video than I did yesterday. Let me know what you think about my table. You like the setup like this? Should I throw something else in here? Should I do some more cutting? Should I bring Baby Son back? Does anybody miss Baby Son doing these? Let me know.